Good morning, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for February 23rd, 2019.
Today we're talking about Nintendo's Reggie.
Battlefront 2 updates coming in with new characters.
And Netflix has an update for everybody on all the Marvel shows.
Yay.
Stay tuned! Hello, everybody!
Welcome! See, I'm cut off.
No, you're good.
Now
you
I'm
gotta
good.
move in.
Move in.
No.
Yeah, you gotta.
Move
There
in.
we go.
Not
There.
snuggle.
Yeah, no, that works. That well,
that
almost,
does not,
except for the
Personal
awkward
space.
bubble.
I've learned from my cat. What's a bubble step?
Welcome
She
to
also stabs me.
welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast.
February.
I know.
February.
That's good.
Where we talk about game news, movie news, and other sort of stuff that's happened this week.
I'm
Nick.
I'm Tony.
I'm Chris.
Look at that.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Shall we begin?
Let's.
Yeah.
The big news of the week.
Yeah.
Highlight of the week.
Which, good for him.
Totally, he's been working
For-
hard.
Yes, for the
Hard
last
worker.
15 plus years, probably. Reggie
15,
Fils-Aimé.
16. Yep.
Reggie Fils-Aimé announced Tuesday or Wednesday that
I wanna say Wednesday.
he is retiring
Yes.
as president of Nintendo
Of America.
of America.
Which is a big thing because Nintendo America doesn't really produce a lot.
No.
Like Nintendo Japan is Nintendo.
Right.
Nintendo America's job is to sell Nintendo
To the Western
in
audience.
America.
Right.
Which
And
Reggie,
he basically did that ever since 2003.
well, yeah, he's ever since he walked on stage at
And
E3
said, "My
and
body
it's
is
like-
ready."
Yeah, and it's like, "Hi, my name's Reggie," and everybody's like, "He's a god."
My body is ready.
You remember the year they replaced him with Cammy or whatever?
Yeah, we didn't like that.
Yeah,
year.
that was a horrible
That
year.
was a pretty thin year.
We get E3
Well,
have
now we get someone else.
Well,
we now get Bowser,
Doug-
which is the
Doug-
greatest name for a president.
Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowser. Let's face it, everybody calls him Bowser there.
I'm sure.
There is no one that goes like, "Hey, Doug." Like, the new guy's going to be like, Mr. Bowser, sir? Like, legitimately.
Yeah. The intern
Yeah.
is literally a Goomba.
Yeah.
They call them Goombas. The interns are called Goombas.
It's going to be the year of Bowser, man. The year of Bowser. It's
Actually,
gonna
that would
the
be
next
pretty
big thing.
cool.
I think so.
Super Bowser World.
Legit, I would take a Bowser game.
Yeah, the Bowser's Inside Story.
Well, no, that was, again, still a Mario and Luigi story. I'd take a Bowser game.
So, yes, Mr. Fils-Aimé.
Yes,
Is retiring.
To spend time with his family and
Because he's
friends
old
and
now.
stuff.
He's getting
He's
there. He's like,
oldish.
I want to say he's high 50s, late 50s.
Well, and I mean, his message, he made
call that
sure to
old?
made sure to point out, he's like, I'm still healthy, I'm still fit.
Yes, as
because Iwata was,
other things have happened.
with Iwata kind of just like pushing himself to almost the bitter end. And
But that's, and that was indicative of Japanese culture
it's-
over there.
Yes.
But in North America, that's good for him.
No, good for him. And it's funny too because like going with Iwata with all the other news of all these firings going on places, Iwata's come up quite a bit because because he took pay cuts all the time whenever the company wasn't doing so well.
Yeah.
And then we have people like Bobby Kotick now who aren't taking pay cuts and actually taking massive bonuses while they're laying off
Yeah.
hundreds of people in
Yep.
their company because it's like, we're not performing as well as stockholders want us to. So instead of dropping his $30 million bonus to pay people,
Keep the lights on.
yeah. And that was it. Like Nintendo, that's why Nintendo's been around since 1986 making games. Never mind before that doing whatever the heck they were making card games and running weird, like adult run places. So it's been a
You made that
weird,
sound weird.
it's been a weird business
Bad.
for a long time. Nintendo.
50
I
years.
can't imagine that.
Yeah, well, because again, they weren't in video games until
Yeah.
You know,
86
86
ish.
ish,
85.
whenever. Yeah.
I think it was 85 they started doing card games.
Oh no, it was before that for card games.
Okay.
No, we're talking video game.
But yeah, they got into the video game world.
86 or
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere in there. What the heck have I been doing? Oh yeah.
So,
I've done stuff.
we'll
Good to
how
see
this
him.
goes.
Good to see him go on.
Yep.
And he's passing the keys off to someone who obviously knows how Nintendo runs and works. So
He used to work for EA, didn't he?
And then people are like, he used to work for EA. We're all doomed. And it's like, but he left EA. Like,
But on what? Like, why?
and that's the question. Everybody's like, did he leave EA going? I can't put up with the things that are going on in EA. He's been with Nintendo now for a really long time.
I was just, that's the tenure at Nintendo is more important than I'm a new.
Yeah, it's not like they're
in.
like, you worked at EA.
Now
You'll
we're-
do fine. Welcome to Nintendo. You're now in charge.
Yeah, they're not doing that. He's
He's been there.
and obviously Reggie wouldn't put him in charge if he didn't
Yes.
trust him, as well. That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm just as excited as I am now as when Reggie was. Because if Reggie's okay with it, then I'm cool with it.
And that's the big thing. Like, we're not going to get another Reggie, but it's the
No.
same. We didn't get another Iwata out of Nintendo
We're getting there.
Japan.
We're getting there. That guy's pretty cool.
But that's the thing. Nintendo knows what they're doing. They know they have to hire charismatic people to.
Yeah, you got to be in
that
front
face.
at E3. You got to be at front during these directs, and you got to be sociable.
Yeah.
And it sounds like this guy's.
And it's not like he's the only person actually running the company.
Yeah.
Well, he's the figurehead.
Legitimately, he has decisions to make, but he has people. It's like any government. Like, you have a face. No matter how good your face is, it's your
team.
It's your team around you that's, helping you. And legitimately, a good leader goes, I've put you in charge of education, whatever it happens to be, because I think you're the person to come up with those ideas.
Yeah.
So whatever you say, we're good.
And I'm pretty sure that he was probably in front of all of the Metroid Prime 4 stuff that happened recently as well.
probably.
He's probably like, you know what? What do you like? We need to make a decision as a team, and he told the Japanese guys like,
Yeah.
get Retro Studios guys, get those guys.
But they do. They all work together, and that's even what Reggie said in his goodbye video, was that Bowser's already involved with, like, the trinity of Europe, Japan, and North, like, the
Yeah.
they're all, like, he knows everybody, so it's not like he's walking in and has to go to, like, all these new presidents and be like, hi, my name's Bowser, and I'm in charge. He knows everybody
I signed your
already.
paychecks.
Yeah.
I signed
Hi,
the
guys.
paychecks. I'm important.
What's up? Trying to figure out what the heck I do.
Okay.
Every week I do this.
Yep. I better probably write it down.
I should write them down as I go.
I'm not too bad when it comes week to week, but when it comes to a week or longer, a week or longer.
Month to month.
Moving on. Other news: Battlefront 2 is getting a content update patch.
Called the Chosen One update.
We know
Yeah.
we knew kind of what was happening already with Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars one.
Anakin is coming in as a heavy hitter that is low on defense.
That sounds about right.
So they've brought in the whole, like, and it's cool watching
So if
the.
you get the higher ground on him.
I was just gonna suggest that would be one of the things where he.
One of his lines is, if he ends up on a sand planet, is how he hates sand.
Of course it is. I expect
If he
no less.
goes up against Darth Vader, it's a "I will never become you" kind of line.
Sure.
I will not give in to you sort of thing. So he
Alright.
knows that that's like they're playing off that. He knows it's inside of him sort of thing, and it's like
I think
So is he
the
a
cherry
good
on
guy?
top it has to be against Obi-Wan. He has to say that line.
no, because he doesn't go against Obi-Wan. They're on the same team because he's a light side hero.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He
I wonder
does.
if
One
they
of his
could make
lines
it-
is Obi-Wan will kill me for this.
Oh, okay, all right.
I wonder if they could go to evil Anakin. I guess Darth Vader.
Darth,
kinda
they have
kinda
Vader.
cover
So.
that,
But the cool part is like they've got,
or skin.
and that's the piece. Is everybody's like, can we get like an Anakin skin for
Like
Vader?
the
Yeah.
end of episode 3
Yeah,
skin.
almost.
Well, okay,
like
then he's
a
missing
little
arm-
burnt
he's
or a
missing
little.
Not just burnt, but
arms.
like red eyes and
Maybe, but the Anakin I was watching, I was watching one of the update videos, and they show like because he's skilled, but he's still got like that little bit of rage going on. Like a lot of his attacks will actually go into the ground, and you'll see sparks fly.
Huh.
Like when they go into the character development stuff, it's like these guys are spending massive amounts of time thinking about, like his lightsaber flows and it's beautiful because he's the chosen one, like he's the
Anakin.
best. But at the same time, you get those moves every once in a while that'll like hit the floor or go a little bit wider than they normally should, but they're still graceful while doing so. So it's like, damn.
sounds like a balancing act.
Yeah. And then his
Especially-
moves are all so he's got a force choke.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Like they kind of tried
Yeah,
to.
well, they all kind of do that, or they can't have the
Yeah.
ability to do that. They just choose not to.
But that's the thing is they're kind of doing this whole like he's like episode 2 almost to 3 like Anakin.
Yeah.
Like he's on that brink is the Anakin they're showing for this
Clone Wars?
for the yeah they're kind of throwing him closer to 3 I think just because there's more anger issues than normal, but we're also getting clone trooper updates. So Rex's crew, who usually traveled with Anakin, the 501st,
Yeah.
clone, we're getting their armor,
Good.
like their symbols and stuff that we can buy. We're also getting Phase 1 and Phase 2, and this is where I get a little confused as to what's going on. But in the movies, there's Phase 1 clone troopers, like the first ones that show up, and then as the movies progress, there's different armor, and that's Phase 2.
What
Okay.
about Phase 3?
There's no Phase 3 clone trooper armor. Phase 3 would be stormtroopers, essentially.
Yeah.
But for clones, so the internet being right now, no, we're not watching the Avengers. We're talking about stuff.
Yeah.
The clone trooper, the people online were like, "How dare you put Phase 1 and Phase 2 clone troopers together? There goes all my immersion. You were already putting heroes from different eras together, and now I have to play with like Phase 1 and Phase 2 clone troopers." And I'm like,
Yes.
woof.
That's what your issue.
Where the issue lies.
That's where you draw the line.
Apparently.
Wow. Like I was just, and then you get the people going, guys, like an army doesn't automatically just upgrade all of their stuff at once. And they're like, and if you watch the Clone Wars, there were clones that decided to keep their original armor instead of upgrading to the new stuff.
And then they died.
So, but that's the thing is like they
Or don't play on that map.
then don't play on any map. Like then don't play. Like go away if your concern is legitimately these fake fights that are going on. Like
That's the point of Battlefront 1 and 2.
it's a toy box.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a fantasy.
So
Fantasy within a fantasy.
Evil Anakin fight.
Regular.
All right, Episode 3 Anakin fight. Episode 2 Anakin.
Well, yeah. And that's everybody's like, can we get an episode 1 skin for Anakin, please? Episode 1 skin?
Yeah.
Little kid running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Pod racing.
I just wanted to pod race
Just
it.
change Yoda.
Yeah.
To the little kid.
This is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing. Ha!
And he throws Jar Jar.
That's actually his ultimate smash. This is pod racing, and the pod racer just comes up
Comes
the
up and
screen.
whack.
Yeah, they should add Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be all right.
At Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar.
Okay, so
on the opposite side.
Say that 10 times fast.
Darth Jar Jar. Darth Jar Jar. Darth
Darth Binks.
Yeah.
Darth Binks.
Darth Binks. So yeah, like it's a very cool update for, because now you can choose Phase 1 or Phase 2 armor. Each armor has its own like squadron-based armor for
And
2
I'm
and 2.
totally okay with that kind of customization.
So
So
there's
that's what
some-
we were asking for in the beginning.
And that's just it. Is again, since EA has kind of let go of this game, we're finally getting all of those things where we're like,
Where do they go from here?
well, now everybody's like, so can I add like accessories to my like clone troopers and stormtroopers and stuff like that? Again, everybody's getting to that point where they're like, if we can start picking this and this and this, can we start picking like, does my heavy have to have the big backpack? Does my heavy have to have this going on? Like,
well,
It's
I
a
think
weird-
that'll get there
and I think that's where we're slowly heading.
because a lot of that
Is
is
more customization.
a lot of that has to do with how the original character models were built. I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, that model just always has the backpack on it.
It's a way to tell them.
We need
apart.
to
Yeah, and that's
go
the
back
other
to the
piece.
drawing board and redesign the model essentially.
Yeah.
So.
But in all honesty, that's again one of those games where I'm not looking at the model going, oh, that's that's a this.
Well, I
that's
know
a
enough
that.
Star Wars lore to know the difference between a Jedi and a Sith, but when
no,
you,
like
you
looking
put two stormtroopers next
Can
to each
you,
other.
though? Other than the lightsaber difference.
Well, that's it. That's
Yeah.
all you need, man.
Well, I mean, I know
Other
characters.
than-
take
Well,
away
no, like
Grievous.
I know that character is gonna look like Darth Maul. That's Darth Maul.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
what I'm saying. Like, but when you put two stormtroopers next to each other that have slightly different weapons,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know that's gonna be a rocket trooper. That's gonna be a scout.
When they start flying.
And then when they start flying,
rocket.
you're
Yes.
like, oh, that's the
This is-
tell-all.
Yeah.
Like World of Warcraft went through the same thing with their classes, where when we were like, can we transmog armor? Like, can I have a mage in like full plate gear, and still cast in frost bolts and stuff? And they're like, no, because then people in PvP will not know that that's a mage. They'll see a plated armor person coming up and think that it's a paladin. And I'm like, one, I can mouse over them and it'll say mage. 2, when they start casting fireballs at me, I'm going to have a pretty good indication of what class that is. Like,
I think though there is some precedence in that because it's in the heat of the battle. You're not going to mouse over.
But at the same time, in the heat of a battle, I'm not looking
World of Warcraft
at
is a little
cloth.
different. World of Warcraft is wildly different than Battlefront.
But that's my thing. In the heat of battle, I'm not looking at
Yeah.
armor. I'm legitimately going, he's shooting fireballs.
It's a stormtrooper. Shoot him.
Or in Battlefront, I'm going, oh, it's a bad guy.
It's clearly a bad guy. I'm just going to shoot him.
Yeah.
I'm not, Like, in Battlefront, it's not that bad.
Clone officers now have armored class, so they're not just like a person anymore for clone troopers.
Are they getting rid of the kid?
No, so you can still, it's still a skin. So like Brian can still play as like the child officer person, but now the default that they're giving everybody for free is, like a uniform, like they're in armor, because a clone army would have clone officers.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting those. On top of that, if you log in on like in and around when this update comes out, you get a free pack of whatever infantry you want. They're giving them away. So there's some cool stuff happening, and it's I like all of the news coming out of Battlefront just because legitimately it is, I think, now DICE's game back.
Now.
EA is so polarizing.
It's
like they'll have shitty months, and then they'll have months like this, where they've got Battlefront stuff coming out.
It depends on their product.
They've got
I think
Apex that just came out of literally left field.
Yes, I think Battlefront was a good eye opener, I guess, for them.
Yeah,
to say the least.
But
why
do they need to have those every 2 or 3 years?
Everybody needs them.
Well, that
People.
But EA though, of all companies, they should know that they have that reputation.
But, look what Blizzard's going. Blizzard, Activision going through.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's the first time that they've actually gone through something that.
But you would hope that eventually this is a
Blizzard,
lesson learned for them, and they would change what they do.
But EA has had that so many times in the past where it's like, okay, cool, this is a good year for them.
But then who knows who's in charge of what going where and this and that and everything. But
they should know this.
They should. You should be able to sit there going, should we
remember
monetize this?
Remember that year that we had Burnout and Rock Band and freaking Medal of Honor? Those are good years. And
remember when we didn't charge people for things?
Other than the base, they just sold the game.
Well, it's funny, even talking about that, we look at Apex where you can use real money to buy stuff.
Yeah.
But again, they've learned, and it's like, it is all cosmetic.
Also free to play.
Also free to play game, which is cool. Anthem, same thing. You go into the game, and if you want stylized looks for your javelin, it does. You can use in-game money, or you can use you can just be like, oh, I'll spend $5 to get this cool looking armor.
Yeah.
Clearly, EA's gone, okay. It's like we still need microtransactions because they make us buttloads of money.
It's FIFA. It's basically FIFA. The FIFA keeps them afloat with microtransactions.
Oh, for sure. But
mostly.
But that's the thing is, they still want microtransactions in these games, but it's like, okay, people are cool with it as long as it's appearance based.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, there should be no I win button to games, and essentially that's how Battlefront 2 started. Was
yes, they locked the star cards behind.
Star cards, heroes,
everything.
You wanted to play as Luke Skywalker, it was pay. I forgot how much it was, $700 to unlock everything.
I don't know, or use an absurd amount of hours. To
200 and some hours.
Yeah.
Which is an absurd amount of time.
Yes.
For a multiplayer.
For something that you might play for maybe an hour or two a night with some friends.
That's the thing. It's not like people are e-sporting Battlefront 2.
Yes, they should.
Maybe they should.
That'd be hilarious.
It's not like The Witcher where it's this in-depth.
There's no first person.
This game. Well, there's a single player.
The single player is not as robust as you would expect from.
Well, but again, it's not The Witcher where people are putting in 200 hours playing Gwent. The card guys.
You could just play this card game. You don't have to download.
Yeah.
Witcher.
Download the entire Witcher game just to play Gwent. That's why the Gwent games, they're releasing it. But,
Totally.
but that's what I mean. It's not like you're gonna put 200 hours into Battlefront to get them all.
Yeah.
No.
Now with the heroes, you still have to unlock them, but you have to play for them. So to get,
I'm working my way to Dooku.
I'm gonna wait now because I want Anakin over Dooku.
I don't even know who I want.
I want everyone.
I'm just gonna.
I want everybody, but right now I have enough for one hero.
Yeah, Dooku.
So
I'm 10,000 away.
Oh yeah.
But I can't play.
You can't play right now.
So that's a different issue. That's
a different issue.
So yeah, good on EA doing good
and
stuff. Dice, mostly dice. Actually.
Mostly this is now a dice. This is a dice move.
I miss Burnout. I miss Burnout, guys. Make a good Burnout again. Dice and Criterion just go together again. Just do the thing again. Don't make Mirror's Edge.
I like the first Mirror's Edge.
Yes.
I never tried the second one.
Second
it came out way too late.
The second one was basically the first one.
That's what I heard.
So then you would like the second one?
No. Not when you wanted more.
Yes, but if you like the first one...
I think the story would have to play a lot into it.
I think there just wasn't as
many.
It's downloaded, it just hasn't been played yet.
The second one?
Yeah. It's not cheap, so I bought it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Stream that, I'll watch it.
I gotta learn how to do that first.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
And then I need a better internet.
And then you need better internet.
Mostly the internet.
Once we get that internet solved, the streaming will be like 5 seconds.
Fly through it.
Yeah. Because legit, you can do it straight off your plate. Like, you can do it straight off the PlayStation.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I've kind of
You
read
just need-
how.
You just need that PlayStation app on the PC.
You don't even need that. You can go right off the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Straight to Twitch.
Right, but you won't get the overlay though.
That's okay.
It's fine.
So
Doesn't matter.
I can stream, but I don't. The games I've been playing haven't been streamable. So
Apex.
Everything is streamable.
Other than Apex.
Everybody's streaming Apex right
that's
now.
the thing. I don't want to get.
You could jump on that bandwagon.
There is it is the bandwagon. I don't want to. I thought about it because I'm like,
we've been
terrible.
Everybody I watch wins a game.
Yeah,
we don't win games.
We've been one bad at it, and two, it's like I have to. It's all set up, so I legit have to click one button. But I'm like, everybody's streaming Apex right now. Like,
Yes.
I will just keep streaming
Go
games.
back to Realm Royale. And we'll
No.
That's actually
We'll
so
stream that.
the Not So Super Squad, the guys that like I'm in that Discord with and chatting with and all that stuff. The guy who runs that one is he's like I'm not getting into Apex because no.
Yeah.
Like he's just refusing because he's like everybody's into it right now. So he's playing Realm Royale while everybody else is
that's where I'm
playing
getting
Apex.
that from.
Yeah.
It's on the PS4 for free.
Yes.
I'd be interested to play the Blackout 4.
The Call of Duty?
The Call of Duty one. The Blackout mode in that.
You have to pay for that one. Why do that when you can get free ones?
Oh, it's on my library list.
Yeah,
Free
I was gonna
ones.
say.
It's on
The library's free.
The library's pretty generous here.
Moving on to the last bit of news.
More somber news, but
Netflix finally.
we saw this happening.
Yeah, they finally pulled the
Yeah.
pin on this one. They've canceled all the Marvel shows.
Yes, Jessica Jones and Punisher at the same time.
Yeah, they've just been like, it's all ending. So
Right.
we get the last season of Jessica Jones because they filmed it.
Yes.
They'd be stupid not to.
Yes. I
It's canceled and you're not getting the season.
GG.
Yeah.
I loved reading Jeff Loeb's response on Marvel's website. It's
Yeah.
like, well, we had a great run despite, our partners, they decided to, pull the plug.
Yeah.
If you have any issues with it, bring it up with them. It was literally just like, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's not our fault. We would have kept going
We
with
had
this.
great shows.
They were great.
Most
Most of them, yeah.
Iron Fist. Defender of
Luke Cage.
I like Luke Cage.
I love the
second
first
season.
season.
Huh? I never got to this. I stopped watching all of them because they all just started ending, and I'm like,
Yeah, why, right?
Well,
I don't know
I kind
why.
of still want to watch Daredevil and
Daredevil
Punisher.
season 3 was so
I want to see
good.
season 3 of Daredevil, and I want to see
I'm-
Punisher
And
season
then
2.
I'm
Jessica
actually-
Jones because I've already watched the 2 seasons.
See, and I haven't watched
See,
that.
and with the developments of Jessica Jones season 2, I'm way excited for season 3.
Yeah.
Because they turned that show around real hard from season 1 to 2.
See, and I didn't mind season 1. I started watching season 2.
Oh, I
and
did.
then
I like season 1 too.
eh.
But the direction for season 2 changed so differently.
And like I said, Luke Cage the first half of season 1 was awesome. I loved that. The second half got
But just
Yeah,
off the
yeah, it
reviews
was-
of season
wonky.
2.
yeah.
Yeah, season 2's been lackluster.
But again, that's what happened when Jeff Loeb was pumping out shows like nobody's business. Because they were trying to move them too fast.
See,
without
I'm okay
people
with Jeff
playing.
Loeb still in front of everything.
I just hate him from the comics. So far, the shows, like most of the shows, have been good.
Yeah.
He screwed up in Humans
Yeah, well,
and Iron Fist. And other than that.
Humans thing you talk about.
A what? I'm sorry, I think I had a
I don't
brain
know.
fart or something. I don't know.
That-
What word did I mumbled?
Mutants.
Oh, right.
Thanos might have something to do to fix that.
Probably.
Thanos might fix that. And so, rumors and speculation and talk of
Hulu
Hulu
or-
picking up the...
Daredevil, at least.
I think someone put up in Times New Square, or New York Times Square or something,
Yeah.
they rented out a giant billboard.
Yeah, it says Save
for-
Daredevil.
Save Daredevil on the...
I don't know what people expect to happen from those. It's like, donate to this fund, and it's
nothing's going to happen. The most you can do is put your signature on a digital
change.org thing.
That's the most you'll ever.
Because those go far.
No.
Sure they do.
I would love to see if anyone actually uses those for good. Let's build a wall. Apparently, we need to help them build.
I don't know. Change.org seems like people get 100,000 signatures, and it's like
nothing happens.
Nothing happens because again, they're digital signatures.
It's
there's something to an actual physical petition where people put down
and it's so easy.
Their name.
It's so easy to do this.
Right.
Done. I've now signed your petition.
Right.
As opposed to someone actually going out to, people's houses.
Right. Walking around and getting a physical piece of paper and having And then again, that's a physical
someone should do that for Daredevil.
Walk around with like the glasses on and then a stick and then you just hey sign.
Walk around.
I need a job. And just pretend you're
just
Matt.
I
pretend you're Matt.
Charlie Cox. Yeah, Charlie Cox.
Yes.
I need money.
So yes, the fate of those last two shows.
Up in the air.
Up in the air. I have some extra tidbits because we are running very quickly today because Reggie retiring was kind of the big piece, I guess. But Lego's announced they went through all of their ideas, the Lego Ideas website where people vote, and if it gets 10,000 votes,
the Lego creation.
Yeah. So if it gets 10,000 votes, they start going through them and picking something that they can actually pull off.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie and the Steamboat is their next one that they are working on.
Didn't Firefly get an absurd amount of votes?
Yeah, but they didn't take it.
Of course not.
Because they don't produce things that involve
fun,
violence,
that
promote violence,
that are fun.
Yes, that's
Lego
why.
Movie is just violent.
Well, that's why Zelda, like they said no to Zelda, and I'm like, I'm confused. Like there was a lot.
No, that was a Nintendo. They didn't want to make that.
Lego said no.
I'm sure. I'm 90%.
Probably it was a Nintendo thing, but Lego's like, we don't promote violence in our toys, and it's like I have pirates with a bunch of guns and medieval guys with a bunch of swords.
I can build a gun.
Blasters.
Out of Lego.
You have blasters. You have Star Wars. You have Harry Potter.
Yeah. So either way,
them Dementors are not that nice.
They're getting Steamboat Willie, which is cool. The actual steamboat with the little Mickey characters.
But the boats are so dangerous. They can capsize at any minute.
Oh my god.
And they can run over
and
animals.
coming out March 1st, so in a couple weeks here, or a week and a bit, the Flintstones house with the car.
Saw that.
So I'll be picking that one up too.
But that's animal violence.
Not Flintstones themselves?
Fred and Wilma and Betty and Barney.
He throws like animals out the door.
Yeah, he throws the cat out the.
It's violence.
I know. I'm just saying what
he makes. The Brontosaurus like poke his head through the roof of a car.
That was his job.
Violence.
Not violence, just his job. Stop it, PETA. Did you see what they posted yesterday?
I don't care. I don't care half the.
We're not gonna get into that.
I'm just getting on a big rant now. Well,
no.
it was the crocodile hunter's birthday yesterday.
Oh, I saw that one. Yes, you're right.
The Google Doodle. Yes. So was Steve Irwin because it would have been his 57th birthday, and PETA went on this giant thing about how we shouldn't be celebrating a guy that like tackled wild animals in their natural habitat and this and that and everything. And it's like, did you not watch?
It's called show business.
They got it back. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, why are you worried? He got his just desserts.
Well, but that was essentially it. It was like we're celebrating a man that died, like pestering animals. Essentially, like they did it.
He studied them. He didn't.
Well, no, and he's like the crocodiles he ever got out of places were legitimately like, there's a crocodile in my backyard. So instead of calling someone to kill the thing, he'd come in and relocate and do this and that, and tackle them.
It's show business.
Again, Steve Irwin was crazy cool, and his kids and his wife, like they're all crazy cool.
You only see her. I've only really seen the boy.
No,
I've seen her daughter.
Bindi does a lot of stuff.
His daughter. I've seen his daughter.
And
yes. Under the radar.
No, she's bigger down there in Australia. Robert.
Well, I don't know their names, but
the boy, I just watched a video with him. Does a lot of like Jimmy. He's the guy on Jimmy Fallon that brings in the animals all the time.
No, good for him.
He's legit Steve Irwin, but
younger.
18.
Young Irwin.
Yeah. He looks like, and he sounds exactly like it's.
That's cool.
It's scary.
Considering that Steve died when he was, knee high to a grasshopper, he's got all the same like mannerisms and like it's like genetics is strong in this family. Either way, Steve Irwin's, it would have been Steve Irwin.
Another in Pokemon Go news.
Yes.
You can finally start to change your team.
Yes.
You can change
That's
your
out.
team. That's out next week, I believe.
Yeah.
So for a low price of 1,000 coins, which is equivalent to $10, you will be allowed to change your team.
Yep.
For once every 365 days.
That makes sense, though.
So every year you will be allowed to change your team if you're interested in. And I think that a lot of that has to do with, I mean, for people like us, we're good. But if you are just getting into the game now and you're realizing, all my rating friends are Valor,
Wasn't it
and
Brian? That's the other team.
I think so. But that's legitimately it.
And that's the thing. Like, if you have a group of people that you play with,
Yeah.
and you are not on the same team, your ball bonus doesn't help you any.
Yeah,
when
and
you're
that's
doing
what I was just
rating.
going to say. It helps people who were like us and started at
Yeah.
the beginning, who were like, what is team? Pick team? Team picked!
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like,
This looks cool.
well, yeah, it's like,
Exactly.
oh, I like...
But
I
now,
like...
now it's 2 years in. I've made more friends through this game.
Yeah.
But they're all different colors. Now you can kind of work together. And
Well,
organize
legitimately,
that
when
stuff.
we started playing, like, if you wouldn't have started playing before me and been like, hey, I've picked team
blah blah blah.
blah, 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 it's like, I would have been like, Zapdos is my favorite legendary bird, like, done.
Oh, see, I totally chose it on Articuno.
But that was my thing,
I
like...
listened to their speeches, and I chose off their speeches.
Oh, to
And
heck
we-
with that noise. Zapdos is my favorite legendary bird. But...
And now if you ask me now, like, I kind of want to go to Instinct because I love that leader.
yeah.
Instinct,
See,
like,
listen to the
Spark is pretty
speeches.
cool.
Zapdos.
You listen to their speeches.
So, yeah,
Well,
no, that was a cool item. I'm digging
So
it.
yeah, like, it's finally happening.
Once it's warm outside again, I can probably
know.
maybe play.
I was actually, I had
And another front of
I was-
cold.
Yeah.
I was out yesterday doing some of the new Latias, well, quote unquote, new Latias raids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just talking to some of the guys I raid with. I'm like, I miss this.
Yeah.
I miss walking around, like, just doing raids with you guys and not
Sitting
doing
in
this in
your
my
vehicle.
hand, having to go
Yeah.
back and forth. Because if you live in Edmonton, if you live in Canada, and apparently, like,
Western Canada.
Western North America, too, apparently.
Parts of it, yeah, depending on.
Malibu apparently got dumped on. My friend messaged me about that. Yeah, like, it's... Playing Pokemon Go is no fun.
Well, I've been talking to, again, the...
Car rating is no fun.
Yeah. Well, that Not So Super Squad group, I was sitting there, and I forgot what I said. One, I got a conversation going about toques.
Yes, we call them toques here. They call them a hat.
Genies.
Or beanies.
Beanies in the States. Some person called it their cat hat because theirs has cat ears, and they're like, "It's just my cat hat." And I'm
All right,
like,
that's
"Oh, yeah,
fair.
no, yeah,
That's
no,
fair.
It's a toque.
I think if you've got, like, a distinguishing feature on it, then you can totally...
You can totally pull that off.
Pika
But
hat,
then
I've got a Pika hat.
we were talking, and so I'm sitting there going, "What was I saying? Something about it being." Oh, I was happy because we got to like minus into the teen digits.
Minus 14, I think.
Yeah, it was like minus 14 instead of minus 20 something, and they're
Minus-
like, and the one guy, Sev was like, how do you survive? Like, what kind of creature are you? And it's like, Canadian? Like, this is
normal for us.
We are.
This happens.
we just go about our daily business. Like, it's not a big deal. And they're like, if it hits 0 degrees, like, I am not getting out of bed.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
There's
We
a
were
difference.
talking Celsius.
This is there's.
We convert it. You can convert. Yeah.
Most of the people on that group are from Europe, which is quite delightful. They're good people.
But yeah, like, going out and playing Pokemon Go, I miss...
Yeah.
I miss just going out and walking around.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Rating or no otherwise.
Like, mall rating's not quite the same as
Mall rating's
a
not
nice
fun.
walk outside.
Car rating is not as
You
fun.
never know if you're gonna slip or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pokemon...
Switch
Go-
your teams.
You can switch your teams. Something else happened as well with Pokemon Go, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
What's the event coming up?
The current event, there's actually two. One's starting about half an hour.
Yeah.
It's the Clampearl Special Research Event.
There we go.
What makes Clampearl so special in Pokemon is that it evolves two separate ways,
Yeah.
and so this will be the first time you can catch it in the wild.
Okay.
And so you need to do the special research to get an encounter with Clampearl. After the event, you can catch it in the wild, but for this 3 hours, you'll be able to do that. Right now, the new raid Pokemon is Latias. You can try and catch its shiny version. They actually extended it from... It started yesterday and was supposed to end on Monday, but everyone's like, but you have two special events on top of each other. You have this Latias and this Clampearl event happening.
Yeah.
Like, Niantic, what the hell? So they extended the Latias until, like, next week.
Nice.
So, go Pokemon Go. There's
Go Pokemon. Go Pokemon Go.
still good. Still a great game.
Go Pokemon.
Still a good game.
Cool. Well,
Excellent.
that's
it for
the news.
That
That is it for news. Thanks for joining us today, guys. If you liked what you saw, just hit the subscribe button.
Or
hit
the follow button.
follow button. Whichever button it is on the medium in which you're watching us on.
Yes.
Smash that like button.
Just hit the
bell
button. Hit
button.
all the buttons.
Hit the bell button.
Don't hit
Don't
all
hit the
the-
report button.
Yeah, don't hit that.
Don't hit the unlike button.
no.
Don't hit the thumbs down button.
No.
That's bad. Those two
If
are
it's pointing up, hit the button.
Or if it's a heart.
whichever. Yes. Soon.
If it's a flag, don't do that.
Yeah, no flags.
Yeah, don't
no
flag.
flags.
Don't put
no
the flag
no
on.
downs,
Don't
no flags.
So go to our website,
Flag.
www.barrelrollnews.com. You'll find information about our Discord on there.
And all our other social media links.
So if you like us, go to those.
Also, a
places.
plug for the Design and Game Awards,
That's coming up
because there's
soon.
open voting now. You can pick a bunch of games that were made
Yes.
right here in Alberta and vote on them.
I hear some ringers in there. So.
Like again, check out our website and our Twitter, and it has the links to all
Yes.
of that kind of cool stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back in 5 minutes with the post-credit show.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.
Bye.